Guys, we're about to start the stream here soon, so I guess we're just gonna sit here awkwardly and wait till I start. But in the meantime, watch these fun dumb clips. See you soon. You see that tree over there? Look at it. Freaking raving out. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. I won't bother you. My bad, Chief. Yes! We caught our first shiny.
Nice shot. Chipping. Nice birdie. We're just the start of her career. She's made them her entire career.
You got it. She's been responsible for shutting down every shady Maggia joint in town for a decade. It's pretty amazing to see, actually.
That's eerie, all right.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boy. We
Man.
back out here. It's an actual podcast episode this week. An actual
That's
one.
right.
A real
I'm
boy
here.
podcast episode. The official podcast episode with my short hair. Because I have a podcast episode the past, like,
No.
I think that.
Sorry to break it to you guys. Preston is in fact joining the military.
That's something to say right now. That's
Yeah. That's
Where's
all
the
you gotta discuss.
goldfish? Dude, where's the goldfish, Ewan?
The goldfish?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have any this week. I ate them all. Believe it or not, I'm actually not that big of a fan of goldfish. My camera does not want to focus.
Sir. How can you not be that big of a fan?
I'm not a big fan of
Cracker.
cheesy snacks, to be honest. Let me just reset my camera.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I'm just not a big fan of the cheesy snacks, man.
Not a big fan of the camera, man.
No, this camera, a little bit annoying.
Yeah, it'd be that way sometimes.
Hey, we're here doing a podcast episode. Simply Geek.
Um,
Excited.
so yeah, we're back. We're back. There's been a couple of weird streams with just me. Last week played Marvel's Cosmic Invasion.
Mhm.
Like an hour and a half. That's pretty fun. That's pretty fun.
How'd you like it?
So far, I like it as much as I like the Ninja Turtles game that they made. Ooh. All right. All right. All right. All right.
All right,
I'll probably see you in your stream later, brother. Appreciate you stopping in though. But it's a fun time. It's made by the same people that did the latest Turtles game. Yeah, dude, you really are starving me for your streams, brother. You're killing me here. Every night I'm like, oh, you gonna go? I forgot to grab the one thing I was gonna talk a story about. Darn it!
Oh man.
It's still okay. I can still talk about it. I just won't have it in my hands. So unfortunate. You know what I'm talking.
I do.
So yeah, so a couple of weird streams. Me playing games. Me building Lego sets on a couple of streams. And opening magic packs
like
one
Lego.
stream. So that was something.
Oh, I didn't. You were opening magic packs on stream.
I was. There was a stream that I did that. This crushed Scooby Doo. Wait, no. Wait. I gotta see this now. I have to see crushed Scooby Doo.
Preston has to see it.
Gotta have it.
Non-negotiable.
Yeah, there is no. Oh no! Dude, that is brutal. Brother has seen better days. Rutro, dude.
Aw.
Chewed up and
Zoinks.
spat out. That is rough. Dang, dude.
Man, Scoob's been really struggling.
Dude's been scoobing, dude. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, beyond the past couple weird streams that have happened, yeah, I did open some magic packs, some Turtles magic packs. 2 or 3. I built 2. There was one stream I built one of my Lego Batman sets. I think I did. Did I do 2? I don't know, because I got 2. I might have done back to back like night to night streams. Where I built both Lego Batmobiles that I got. And then I did, it was like a couple days later, I got the little small like $5 polybag Lego sets.
Mm.
I built one of, it was a Harry Potter one. I got Destiny. And I got a Bluey one.
A Bluey Lego set?
Yeah, dude, I got Bluey one. And then that's when I ripped a bunch of magic packs that night.
Mm.
It's pretty fun.
Opening magic packs is a lot of fun.
Expensive though. Magic's
Yeah.
like, God, magic.
Dude, I'm so happy I got I'm so happy Spider-Man is one of the cheapest sets.
But we're back. Back to talking about some news.
Video games.
Video games and life arenas stuffs. So I guess we can talk about, we can get the quick stuff out of the way. The very quick things out of the way. And then I guess dive into the heavy hitters towards the end.
Yeah.
That's gonna take up some more time. Hopefully by that time the heavy hitters done. Nathaniel will be. But so as probably some of you know, and I've talked about it in the stream a couple times, I'm in the middle of like selling my house and trying to get a new house. That's been a process on its own. The other day, the people buying my house had like an inspector come by, which is fine and dandy, you know, whatever. We were out for like an hour and a half. I think we were gone like 2 hours. We came back, and dude, there was so much stuff out of place. The dude moved and didn't put back.
Dude.
Our house is an older house, so like the light switches control some of the outlets,
Hmm.
which is annoying. But those were all flipped off, so my internet was turned off. Our doors were all beyond like the main house door that was shut and locked, but all the bedroom doors were open, which they were shut. Cats, they were all open.
Yeah.
We couldn't find Terry, one of my cats, for like an hour and a half. We thought he got out. That was a fun time. End up the inspector moved our fridge and didn't put it back all the way. Terry was behind the fridge.
Bro,
That was fun.
Dude, freaking Terry. I know Terry, and he's
Terry, he's something, dude. My baby, but he's
a
stupid,
rascal.
dumb.
Yeah. Low-key moron.
Yeah, no, high key moron. You look at him, you know he has been touched.
He's one of those like cats where you look at them and you can just tell that there's no thought behind them eyes.
Dude, there's nothing. He's just a muscly dumb boy. That's all he is. He's like, if it's food, cool. If not, I'm gonna go sit here and scratch this wall.
Yeah, he's like,
Dumb.
tell me when you got food. And he waddles away.
But that was fun. Thought I was missing my cat. So we weren't 100% sure that he was like outside. So we like, like let's go do something, come back, and then either he'll be out from where he is, or find him outside. So I left, drove the hour it is to go to this certain theater to grab my Yoshi popcorn bucket. Because I got one.
That's right.
I got one because I was afraid. It's the most I've ever spent on a popcorn bucket and the most I will ever spend on a popcorn bucket. I will never buy that expensive popcorn bucket like that ever again. Unless it's another Nintendo one or they do one for Zelda. If they do a Zelda one, I've got to do it.
Yeah.
If there's another Pokemon movie and they do a Pokemon movie one, gotta do it.
Dude, give me a Ditto popcorn bucket.
Dude. But yeah, it was an expensive popcorn bucket, but I drove all the way to that theater to grab it. I'm glad I have it. It's big. It's literally like this big. Like
It's
this
pretty
tall.
freaking big.
Like long. It's decently sized. So it's pretty legit. I'm glad I got it. And what else? Oh, today we had some dude coming over to like fix some small things, nothing crazy. House. And again, light switches and stuff that were messed up. We had to leave our house by 7:30 this morning. The dude, I guess, had no other time frame to come by, which sucked. Getting up both my kids by 7:30. We went to our local favorite coffee shop this morning for a couple hours. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, like, get up this early? It was awful. Fixing a couple of things. I did not know he was coming out to the office. That was not something said to me at all. So I try to get in my office. I have a smart lock on my office and a regular lock. The regular lock no longer works because the key broke. And the key, like the handle itself, is like corroded on the. You can't turn it. And I come to go out here earlier today to grab the controller, and I couldn't get out here. The door's locked. I'm like, are you kidding me? They went out here and I wasn't. They didn't tell me they're coming out here at all. I had no indication that they would be out here, which made me kind of really upset. Because I would have told them to not lock the door had I known that. I had to break into my own office. It was not fun.
Yep. Been there.
How to do that?
I got cardboard over my door right now because I had to do that.
Oh, yeah. Then all of my stuff unplugged. I don't know if, I'm hoping all my stuff was turned off properly before he just started unplugging stuff. No idea he was going to be out here. My computer's fine, so I'd assume everything else is fine. But Yeah, it's been fun when there's no communication for a lot of things. Why a lot of
Yeah.
people struggle with a lot of things because people don't communicate. So start communicating, people. Start talking to other people.
Or to hear
What's
people
going on?
communicate.
Anyway, after my rant there, there's been a couple of things that gaming wise that went on,
Mhm.
and I guess we can start with the big hit of the last couple weeks. The two big hits actually came out the
Been a
same
couple.
day. They came out the same day. Just funny.
What came out? What?
There's another game that came out the same day as the game that we're about to talk about.
What came out that
Hold
day?
on, hold on. I'm just gonna pull them both down. Hold on, because I have them both. Hold on.
Okay, okay, good, good, good.
I, of course, talking about the heavy hitters. Pocopia
Of course.
and
Oh yes.
we ran
I didn't
into
know this came out
another
on the same
Animal
day.
Crossing Doom situation. Essentially,
Yep.
what we've run into.
Yeah. These are both honestly such like we. Of course, we knew RE9 was gonna be kind of a banger, right?
Oh yeah, I assume most people. I need to play more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact: before we dive in too far, they're both game key cards.
Yeah.
This one is funny. Pokemon game. Only like 8 gigs.
Pokemon. Yep.
But it's sold a crap ton. You cannot find this copy in stores. You can't.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
sold
know
out.
why Pokopia is the best-selling game this year.
It is best selling. Is the highest rated game this. It
Yeah.
beats this game, which is saying something.
Mm-hmm. I do have one gripe with Pokopia though.
Go on.
It's only on the Switch too.
And they gotta push console.
Yeah.
No, like they've
And it
got
would
to.
not be hard at all to run on a normal Switch.
I don't know because I haven't played it. So I don't know how. I know the area massive. There's more than just one area.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
it's a
that's
massive
why.
world.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah. It makes me sad, especially because I know some people that would love to play that game. It's like right up their alley, but they can't because, they don't have a Switch too. It's a bit of a bummer, but the thing I do, other than the bad things in how it's not available on the Switch, I've seen a lot of footage about the game. I have a problem where I keep getting it in my feed. I just watch it every single time because it
Yeah.
looks so cute and good. That game, it has a lot about what I love about Pokemon. You can find the legendaries around, and all of them have their own events you need. It's so fun.
I have it, obviously. I haven't installed. I haven't started it yet. But from what I've seen of it, it looks like a great time. Full cozy game that
Yeah.
has elements of Animal Crossing, but also elements of Dragon Quest Builders. Very Minecraft esque.
Mhm.
And a very interesting story. Very interesting.
Yes. Dude, have you heard about all the little secrets in that game?
I know like speculations on what happened. What happened. Area. I don't know a whole lot.
I'll let you find them on your own whenever you play the game. But this game brought back a lot of the joy and whimsy I had in like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. where it's like you have to like find secrets to get things, and it felt like it felt like you were actually hunting down the legendaries
That's pretty
in the
legit.
same way that you are in Pokopia. And speaking about flying around in games like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I heard some speculation about the new Pokemon game we got to look at recently. Wind and Waves of what is it, Gen
10.
What generation is it now? Gen 10?
10.
First of all, I'm so excited about the prospects of this game, guys. This is the best Pokemon has ever looked, and it looks like they've put a lot of time and care into it just from the brief trailer we've seen. And I've heard a speculation that they're bringing back overview flying, like in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
It makes sense.
They were trying it out with Scarlet and Violet, but if we got like a Latios situation like the DS games, where we could just go up and drop down on each route, that would be peak Pokemon. And the Switch 2 could totally run it.
Yeah, that game isn't.
Yeah, which makes sense. That game,
Yeah.
the water in that game, they took the waves in Wind and Waves seriously.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
I bet
Fantastic.
IGN is happy that there's this much water now, because it
You
looks.
see?
Good.
Did you see?
I did see the
Dude,
little
that
fun
is
interaction.
hilarious. You don't know what we're talking about. IGN did a little thing. That looks like a lot of water. Reference to one of their old reviews of which Pokemon game?
It was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Complaining about the water. There's too much water. They gave it like a 7 or like a 6 or 7 because there's too much water.
Yeah, that was one of their key points for why I got the score.
Yeah, which
Too
is
much
the
water.
stupidest thing ever. And
Mm.
Pokemon commented on that, gave it the same rating that they did. The IGN gave them that game. So everyone was like losing their minds that like they're trolling them.
I heard an welcome.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Oh, he's here.
I'm here.
Here he is.
Talking about Pokopia.
Pokopia
Talk
wins
about it.
waves.
We're just talking about like how Pokemon's looking like it's going really good recently after having a not so good time past couple games.
Pokemon's back,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, they actually are learning from their mistakes finally.
I mean,
Yeah.
Pokopia was made by a third party, technically.
Technically, yes, but it's
Technically.
Pokemon Company being on a rise. Take it.
But yeah, in Winds and Waves, like having the delayed time is going to do it justice. So
Sure.
Totally.
I think it's
I
going
want
to do it
them
a
to
lot of wonders.
actually spend as much time as they need on the 10th generation of games.
Yeah.
We already
I
saw
wouldn't-
a glimpse of what it's going to look like in the trailers, and that is what I want, and I want them to put as much time into giving us that as possible.
Yes.
Please.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have been working on it since Scarlet and Violet came out.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah, 110%. They definitely have it. Definitely.
It's ready to install. So just press it.
I think that Waves will probably be the best rated mainline Pokemon.
Hmm.
I think it has the potential to be the best rated.
Every final evolution's bipedal.
Don't say that.
Dude,
Don't
dude.
say that. That's going to make me.
I will do anything for Brout, I'll tell you. That little
Dude.
angry chicken, I will do anything for that little guy.
Dude, no. No.
Gekwa.
Yeah, Gekwa. Gekwa all the way. Lewis Pet Shop looking.
Brout.
I'm pretty sure I put the little GIF where Gekwa is like doing the shimmy in the group chat.
Did. Gekwa all the way. I'm excited. Yeah. My feedback on it. I've actually just been playing a bunch of Mario Galaxy. My son. a dumb amount of Mario Galaxy. Hope that
Good game. Hmm.
I'm sure we. You guys been playing recently?
A whole lot of Overwatch.
Modded Stardew.
Glad to know that nothing has changed with us.
Yeah, literally
We are creatures
Nothing.
of habit.
nothing. Let's go back to.
I've been playing a bit more Magic.
I mean,
Nice.
I haven't. I wasn't when I talked about Stardew before. I wasn't actually playing it. I was just playing it. I'm now experiencing those mods,
Oh, okay.
and some of them are some not safe for work. So
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I guess
it
we are
makes
pretty
it feel
much
more real.
creatures of habit. Play and going back to playing what we know play.
Yeah.
There for a while, I was playing
I mean,
ZA for quite some time. I'm actually like
Mhm.
kind of, I want to say I'm like 3/4 of the way through ZA, so I'm gonna try to pump that out so I can be done with it.
I fired up Mario Kart World also a few times. Been playing Mutant Football League 2 now and then. Like I'll play a game or two. I was playing ZA, but I'm pretty sure I'm like right at the end of the story,
Okay.
like the main story.
Yeah.
And then with Liza P, like right at the beginning of the DLC. So I'm kind of all over the place.
I feel that. I've been mainly only playing my Switch recently. I just with the move and all that stuff, it's just getting out to the office.
hmm
But once that's all done, I will be playing. I want to play, even possibly Astro Bot. I would like to that, and I've heard nothing but great things. I'm pumped. I got that game for so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was a good
Astro was
pickup.
really good. I platinumed it, so like it's definitely good. Um, it's not as good as like of a 3D platformer when it compares to like Bonanza or Odyssey, but it
Okay.
definitely can stand with them. And that's what I would say. Is like it's not better than them, but like that's Nintendo's bread and butter.
Yeah.
Like they popularized the 3D platformer with Mario 64. They've been doing it, but like it does enough to stand on its own and just be with them. Like it's allowed to stand next to them,
Yeah.
and
I'll
not be
take.
like, ew.
I'll take that. But I guess now that you're here,
Yeah.
thing happened today. About
Yeah.
2 hours ago. I have a lot to say about. So I guess here we go. Nintendo about 2 hours ago announced. Good? Everything okay?
My mic angry at me.
I guess so. Announced that here soon, published game be more expensive physically. About $10. Digital will be, dollars less. So we're looking at potentially the next big Mario game being $70 digital and maybe being $80 physical. One thing that I saw today is like the first game that's happening with is Yoshi, which I thought, from my understanding, when Yoshi got announced, I thought Yoshi was going to be a budget title and it would be a $50 game. From what I read, I thought we had talked about that on the podcast. They wrong?
Like when they first announced, like when its pricing came out, it was automatically $60.
Yeah.
But they only had digital. There was no sign of physical pre-orders at all. So like it was like very leaning towards like, well, maybe this is just a digital only release, that they're not pushing a physical. But then it turns out they go around and say, hey, the physical is going to be $10 more digital now. it can go both ways because Nintendo did followed up with a comment saying like physical games are not going to be more expensive. So like, is this Nintendo just saying like, hey, digital is just going to be cheaper because it's digital? And I think they're trying to sway people to go digital only. They think there's like, hey, you can save money if you just buy it here. We don't have to manufacture as much. And clearly, there's clearly an issue with production.
The cards, yeah.
Like they're of the cartridges. Like the cartridges apparently have gotten more expensive even for Nintendo to make. So that's kind of what I was watching some videos beforehand when you originally shared that with me, just trying to like, okay, well, this is something. And like they mentioned, like the carts are getting a little more costly to make. That's why there are smaller sizes now, but those still have that price. So the smaller sizes now are considering like they might be the price of what the 64 gigs were when the Switch 2 launched.
Dang.
Because of the cost of RAM and everything has went up.
So-
So more of the AI boom is causing a lot of issues.
Which is hilarious. I want to briefly bring up that the AI boom is actually dying.
Yep.
As of like yesterday or 2 days ago.
OpenGL is shutting down Sora.
Yep, Sora's done.
Image.
And Disney's pulling out of their AI buyout. Their $1 billion
I mean-
investment, they're pulling out.
Dad's doing something I can
This
help.
doesn't mean
Um,
AI is going to just vanish overnight.
No,
Of
but
course
it's
we're gonna still
definitely
have
hurt. Like
established
think-
companies.
people are realizing
Oh,
that
yeah.
AI is not. AI can be
There have
used for
been-
great things, but the creative side of it, no, leave that to people.
And there's been so many companies that like would set AI as like the main thing driving like their financials or other things, and then realize months later that it just made everything up and it would cost them thousands, sometimes millions of dollars to
Yeah,
go
because
back and fix.
none of these AI companies have been profitable. None of them.
Mhm.
Oh.
Like
And the
they're
companies
not
that
making
use
money.
AI have lost money. Like it
Mhm.
around the
And
board has been nothing
NVIDIA.
but bad news.
Which I'm glad, because I'm glad that companies are now realizing we don't want that. I am fine
Mhm.
if certain things have AI in it, because I think AI used correctly is useful. It's useful. Genuinely, it is.
Well, look at like the upscaler -5,
Oh my
the
gosh.
5th version,
I
because that one's awful.
Dude, we
But,
need
like-
to talk about 5. Talk about that.
4, right? But 4 and 3 prove that like AI can help bring it back. But like 5 is completely just putting a stupid filter on it.
Bring a Snapchat filter on it, yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
I know everyone's seen the image of Grace. And-
Mhm.
And that lady from Hogwarts Legacy doesn't even look at the same art style. Doesn't even look at the same
No.
art style at all.
They completely changed it.
I'm like, what do you know?
We're gonna take your image and then run it through AI to make it look more anime.
Like, dude, no,
Exactly
like
what it is.
it's making everything look realistic. Because Hogwarts Legacy has a certain style to it. It's not realism by any means.
No.
It's
Yeah.
stylized to, and that filter made it look like a real person. That's disgusting. So if I'm playing a shell shaded game, it's gonna put a real filter over it and make it look the wrong
Oh.
way.
Bad.
But yeah, I want to see that filter put on like Goku.
Oh, God.
I just want to see how
Giga
bad
Chad.
it would look.
It'll Giga Chad.
Right. But
That's
yeah,
so
it's
funny.
it's called with DLSS 5. Is that what it is?
Yeah, DLSS 5.
So, but like DLSS isn't bad,
No, it itself is fine.
or
It's helped a
like
lot.
you should just it did, and especially in like look what the Switch 2 is doing with it. You know, it's made look what it did with Resident Evil.
Mhm.
Great.
Like Resident Evil is running technically at like 540p, but because of DLSS, it is looking like it's running at 1080p.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And people was like, look at this, and I was like, you can't tell the difference.
No. My thing is, what's getting annoying with me like all the people dogging on this version of Resident Evil, the most
Hmm.
technically impressive version
Oh
of the
yeah.
game. Like
Every Resident Evil does its best to be as innovative as possible in terms of how much effort you can put into a game. It's
And that's
kind of
just
crazy.
Capcom, it seems like, because Capcom, minus like having the technical issues they did with Wilds, with Monster Hunter Wild,
Mhm.
they've been doing a lot of impressive things with their games.
Oh
they
yeah.
care. They
They
care.
just goofed on Wilds because I think they were too ambitious and just didn't know what they were doing with that game going open world.
Mhm.
They're like,
But it's like Capcom's an example of like a company that actually cares about what they're.
and Square seems to be like heading back that way because like look what they did. Like I know Final Fantasy VII remake came out on PS4, but the version that the Switch 2 got is the PS5 version of the game.
Yeah, from my understanding, it looks
Mhm.
fantastic. I don't have it,
Mhm.
so
It does, and minus the hair and some certain angles, the hair looks a little weird. But the hair looks weird in a lot of games. That's
yes.
just
That's like
hair
one of the
takes
hardest
a
things
lot
to
of
render.
yeah. So hair has the hardest issue to render, but like it has the lighting, it has all of that, and that's why the file's so big because Square did not want to compromise its art with
Fair.
the lighting and everything. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll have 90 gigs on my Switch 2, and when I'm done with it, I can remove it.
Yep.
It's not like I need it. And they're like, oh, the game key cards, oh, it'll like the servers will go down. It was like, what, in 20, 30 years when I'm not playing games anymore?
Here's my thing. Well, not just that. It's like so the way Nintendo's doing their stuff now, like the Switch family of systems, your Switch account will go on to whatever the Switch successor is. Like these
Mhm.
accounts are going to stay with us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Switch 3 will be compatible with Switch 2 and Switch 1.
Yes. There's no reason for it to not be.
And I think Nintendo's like found the sweet spot. So at this point, they just need to like more power, keep the architecture the way it is, just more power,
Yes.
Yep.
and shove a stronger battery in there, which they're being forced to.
Yeah.
Well, not being forced to shove a stronger battery. They're being forced to let it have a removable battery, which will
In
allow third parties
the EU,
to test. Hmm.
not here.
But I think that's actually part of why they cut back on their total sales for the quarter too, is because they're in the middle of revising, and I think there's a good chance that they're not going to make two versions of the Switch.
No, no.
The ones that come over here, once they start releasing Europe, like they're going to have the removable battery in the States.
Yeah, eventually.
They'll still have because like yes, they have two versions of the Switch too. In Japan, they have the Japan only, but that is literally just a setting they forced. It was like you're region locked.
Yeah.
It's something
Mhm.
probably could, like if you know the technical like get around, you could remove it because they did that to the DSs and
Yeah.
things like that, and people got around them eventually. So eventually, like the Switch 2s, like they're going to come out probably with a different. It'll be like the red box version, how the Switch
Yeah.
1 had, and it'll have a removable battery. And if a reputable third party comes around, like iFixit or whatever, and busts out a solid, strong battery, maybe I get one and change the battery in it.
I would, but my only thing is like ours will probably be more complicated to do because we have the
Well, I'm not gonna. I would have to buy the new one, the
yeah,
new
we would have
model.
to.
I'm not gonna play around trying to change the battery in a current
Oh,
version. It's too complicated. I've seen teardowns.
I don't
So
want to do that. I've seen.
mhm.
We had that saga
your
already.
3DS,
We're not cut out for
your
it.
your 3AS would have been fine if it wasn't for that stupid ribbon cable.
I know, dude. I still need to take it to that place that's kind of local to get it fixed. I'm going to do that.
Oh my god.
Not that I need 3 working 3DSs, but 3DSs are
Right.
not cheap.
No. And they're
And
not going to
broken
go
ones are
down
expensive.
anytime soon.
No, they're at an all-time high right now,
Oh
which is
yeah.
nuts.
If you wanted to buy a 3DS for yourself right now, you can drop like console prices to get one.
Yeah, yeah. Modern console
Do you think
price,
a big reason for that is how easy they are to mod?
which I might just once I get mine fixed again, I might just have you do that for me again.
Yeah. I don't know
'Cause
how you mess up darn near everything when you try
I
to
don't
mod it.
know, dude. I mean, I'm
I
scared to do the
modded
Wii U.
and just fine.
That's true. You did it
I've
just fine.
modded everything just fine. Preston just has the problems.
Next
So
thing is
the
gonna be this
issue,
guy.
the issue
Mm.
started because his SD card reader failed.
Yeah, it was getting weird.
But
was
there
really
was also
weird.
some weird technical issue. Like, so when we changed the SD card reader and finally got it all back together and reconnected, like that, his ribbon cable got pinched, and it's because they're so thin.
It ripped.
It, yeah, and that's what like messed the whole thing up. I took that thing back and forth just trying to get it to feed. Like,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for that ribbon cable, it'd have been fine because I didn't have any issues with anything else
Well,
until that ribbon cable wouldn't.
and the pin for the touch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that only broke because how many times I had to keep trying to take it
I
apart.
know.
Should be Christmas.
because the ribbon cable. If it wasn't for that ribbon cable
Been all right.
getting pinched, it would have been fine.
Nope. Okay, I'll
Just
take it
like
to
a
this
skill
place,
issue,
and I hope that they can fix it.
Right.
Like an hour away from here, roughly. I
Oh.
think.
But some fun little thing. We sent this to someone sent this to our Simply Geek group chat. There are limited edition. I don't know if they're still up for sale. Limited edition Elden Ring skate decks. And I don't know if anybody knows this. I do a little bit of skateboarding. I take my longboard
That person was.
a lot of places.
It was me. The
Yeah.
group chat.
Yeah.
I
And
remember Nathaniel saying, "That's cool, but I think I'd die if I try to write that."
yeah.
I would literally
me-
buy it to put it on a wall, and I would never do
yeah.
anything else but look
Oh,
at it.
yeah.
I was like, really trading.
Speaking of that, I managed to convince my family to buy me one of them early
Nice.
as like as a birthday present. And I got the great sword, the
Dark Moonlight Great
Dark
Sword.
Moon great sword. And that one is glow in the dark too. I'm gonna have that one
Nice.
just as like a wall
That's
decal right
legit.
behind me over here. I'm so excited for it. It ships like in a couple days, so I'm happy.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, you gotta let us know.
I want a good picture of it glowing in the dark.
Oh yeah, that'd be. Yeah, I'm pumped.
But
for
that
that.
means-
You better believe I will send it.
So, like, the way the glow in the dark works, it has to like charge.
Yep, has to be in the
So
sun.
it'll have to be in light for a while before it'll actually glow
Mhm.
right. So,
I will just let it sunbathe.
and then
No,
give
I'm
us
so
full glow.
And maybe one day when I'm old and I need a new skate deck, I might just rock that one.
It's like, this is it. It's time. That turtle from Kung Fu Panda, my time has come.
Yeah,
Yo,
exactly. This could be my Oogway of skate decks.
side note. Why? I never had one. Got it, 'cause
Is that the Wii U Pro
don't-
controller?
yeah, I don't get it. I don't like
No.
the thumbsticks up top.
Yep.
I know the Steam Deck has that.
So,
I just
before the Switch came out, I actually enjoyed playing with the Wii U Pro controller. It was fine for the games that, the bigger games you'd want to play, like Smash and stuff like that. But when the Switch Pro controller came out, like, it was like, I don't like the Wii U controller that much anymore.
big improvement. I still kind of want to get the Switch 2 Pro controller. I mean, I don't need it. I don't need it by any means.
Yeah.
But like, I just kind of want to. I mean, you could tell this one's loved.
When the Wii U Pro controller first came out, it had like a 50-hour battery life,
Dang.
which is what the Switch One Pro controllers did too.
Yeah.
If anything, controller-wise, Nintendo can make some battery life last.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh,
I think
yeah.
the little Joy-Con, like the tiny battery in the Joy-Cons, those thing ran it for 20 hours.
A piece. Yeah.
The Joy-Cons are crazy.
And then I remember like the Switch Pro controller was like a 40-hour controller. Meanwhile, your PlayStation 5 is like, I've been on for 3 hours. I'm going.
But to be fair, I also just have a charge station for my controllers, so I just kind of put it on there when I'm done playing.
Yeah, 3 to 6 hours is what you're going to get out of a PS5 controller.
Ouch.
And and then it goes. And that's even like with low
I can
settings, like
confirm.
turning stuff down. It's like 3 to 6 hours. It's going to start blinging like, hey, I need charged.
Charge me. You've gone through 2 Spider-Man missions.
Ooh.
But then like my Switch Pro controller, like the Switch 2 one, even I'll just keep playing and like not plug it in for a week, and then it's like, hey, I'm at 50%.
Speaking of have you played any of the Resident Evils yet on there?
No, I gotta delete something.
Oh yeah, that's right. Have like no storage on your Switch.
I already deleted some of the smaller like digital titles. I'm like, I don't need this really on there. Just so I could update the games that were already on there. So I think what's going to get removed will probably be Street Fighter 6 and a solid chance that Madden gets taken off. Just because I don't see me revisiting Street Fighter 6 at all. Not really.
Your
Madden,
camera
I
just
can go
did a
back
really weird thing.
and
You just turned like yellow, or like you're a jaundice for like 5 seconds. It was really weird. I was like, whoa, bro, just got jaundice fast.
Out of nowhere.
He just and Nintendo Bro, thank you for saying I look fresh.
Madden, I might play Madden a little bit just to see this performance mode update they did to give it higher frame rate, which I didn't have issues with the 30 frames per second. Everyone was like, sports game needs 60. I'm like, okay, but I played it and it was fine.
Is NHL, did that come out on Switch too? Or is it?
NHL has not yet.
Because I think I might buy that. I
Yeah,
want to
if
get some
it,
hockey fights.
so I've got the free NHL 24, I think, on the PS5.
Yeah.
Amazon PlayStation Plus. I downloaded that and like I got multiple times like my create a character because I did like my career path or whatever. I got benched for the whole game because I kept getting too many penalties because I'd hit people and just get it. And I was like, nope, I'm going wide.
Dude, I'm telling you, we're gonna go on a weird sports tangent here for 5 seconds. Let me
Go
tell
for it.
you, the Blue Jackets, man, us being way up there now, makes me proud.
Yeah, it's crazy how our
Makes me
change of
proud.
coach like literally
Welcome to
changed
Simply
everything.
Jock.
Simply Jock. And baseball starts tomorrow. We'll start watching baseball
we
this
ain't
season
geeks
for the first
rest of
time.
this podcast.
And the UFL kicks off Friday.
Yeah. Dude, are we about to have a separate podcast? Simply
Maybe.
Sports. Simply Sports. Once a week, just going off.
After all the games have been played, and be
Yeah,
mad
just like, "Find more."
because all the teams we rooted for lost.
But I have I finally so do you know? Sorry, it's getting sports. Do you know that site U Jersey? You know that site?
I don't know.
The more popular, like, jersey site. They're not like obviously officially licensed jerseys, but like they're very close. I got an alternate Jackets jersey, the one with the cannon on it.
Nice.
I got one of those coming. Pumped.
How much did it cost you?
50.
That's not bad.
Not bad at
When
all.
you compare to like the real price of
Yeah, it
what
was
a
like
licensed one is
$250 to $300 actual one.
on sale, 130.
Well, my actual one that I have, I got on sale for 70.
That's not bad.
And I was like,
What player?
it wasn't
You
a
don't have a
player.
player on yours, do you?
No, I don't have a player on mine at all. The normal one.
But I've learned I can no longer like buy active players for my NFL team.
Yeah, because they'll get hurt, or they just don't stay
No.
long.
So my stupid Dolphins, because
Uh-huh.
that's what they are, the one that I am unfortunately a fan of, they were like, "Hey, we're going to use this player, which was wide receiver Jalen Waddle. They called him the Penguin because he waddled like a penguin for a touchdown celebration. Because his last name was Waddle.
All right, all right.
They told him like you're going to be a centerpiece for our rebuild. We're stripping the roster down. We're going to keep you." Then they traded him.
Oop. Oop.
So I have a jersey for him, and he's no longer on the team. So like, I was like, I'm not going to buy active players anymore. It's like if I want a different color jersey, it's just going to be Dan Marino
That's fair.
because like you got to only get the retired guys because at that point, like you never know if that player is going to be with them their whole career.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go.
Now, like you can look at like Tom Brady and his Patriots jersey. Like, yeah, look what he did with the Patriots. That one's kind of fine, but like other players that aren't the quarterback and things like that, like no.
Yeah.
Like even Tua Tagovailoa is gone, which is fine. I'm glad he's gone, but he's also the reason why every player on my team's getting kicked off.
What are you doing?
He thinks he needs a drink.
We have, anyway, not getting off the sports wagon. We're not a sports podcast.
Right.
We're
gonna go back to the Nintendo thing.
That's my cue.
Yes. But I feel very strongly about that. I just don't like I don't like that because I'm a physical collector, I now have to pay more. And I feel like this is just a way for them to, again, like we kind of talked about, them just pushing digital onto us and not giving us really, like, it's like, oh, if you want to make the financially correct decision, you could get digital. And I feel like digital games physical copies of Switch games are being more hard to get. For example, Pokopia, you can't find this in stores. You just can't.
Guess what? I
Cannot
found it
find
today.
this in stores at all. I was lucky.
I found it.
Did you get it?
No, I almost did, and I was like, I should really get that because it looks like it's the only copy.
When I went to get mine, there was 2 copies left, I think. I went to go get mine.
No, I was thinking about just begging you to go and get it for me for like an early Christmas gift, you know.
But like it is like it's crazy. I go to this Target before I go to work typically because it's like right there on the way to work, and I have never seen Pokopia in stock, ever. I mean, it's Target, so the Target doesn't really hold games anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was
I've
like,
seen it at Walmart.
that's
The
where I got
fact-
mine, Walmart.
And that's where I seen it.
Yeah, I don't think GameStop is
but-
getting copies of it at all.
The GameStop only has it available digital online. Like you can't even try to buy a physical version.
Nintendo site you can't get it at all, but for the most part,
Dang.
I've seen it where I could order it from Nintendo physical.
I've seen it once, but it was like back ordered. Like it was like you have to wait next like a certain period of time. I know the Pokemon site, Pokemon Center, it's sold out in Pokemon Center a lot.
So like that's what's telling me is like there's a production issue because if the game key cards, which are literally just like a flash RAM thing that has a little key to unlock your download, like there's a major production issue going on, and that's why these games are hard to find.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy went through it. Pokopia is going through it. Mario Tennis was hard to find for a good while.
Yeah, I I didn't have that issue because I just got mine at by the day it came out.
Right, but like the day it came out, but like now, like if you go to the stores, like they don't have a ton of them. GameStop's really not getting any Switch 2 games, and I think that's just something to do with GameStop in general.
At least probably ours
Because people aren't pre-ordering games, so they're not getting games.
yeah, that's just how their
kinda
allocation
that
works.
store's been happening. So like we're gonna like with the whole pricing thing, like it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. It could be like if the next Mario comes out, honestly, with how they price Mario Kart World, I could see them going 80, but I could also see that they know the backlash they got from the price tag of 80, that they're not going to do that a second time because they haven't yet.
You would think. You would think.
But like it's Nintendo, who knows what's going to happen? But like they could do this, and if Mario comes out at 70 and the digital version 60, then we know that it's like, okay, they're literally just selling the digital games cheaper because they're digital.
Yeah.
If Mario is 70 digital and 80 physical, it's going to be hard to discern. Like, okay, how are they really releasing that? So I think it's going to take one of their not main games that we know would normally like it's going to come out $70, but I don't think Zelda and Mario are going to be a good judge because I could see them trying to release this for 80 because it's Zelda and Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I could even see Pokemon Winds and Waves coming out at $80. One, because it's Pokemon Company, and two, like it's going to move units regardless of what price it is.
Yep.
Just because look at Pokopia, it's a game key card. People are like game key cards, blah blah blah. It's like, and it sold in what 4 days, 2.2 million or something, in its first week or something like that. So
two of this year's
Pokemon,
biggest games on Switch
Pokemon
2.
is strong enough to sell no matter what. Like it's gonna sell. It has the name on it.
Look at Scarlet and Violet.
So,
I mean,
yeah, Scarlet and Violet
so
sold a lot, and that games did not run very well at all.
So what I think it's going to take is Fire Emblem or another Kirby game, like one of their like they're bigger, but they're not the like flagships.
So the next Fire Emblem game that got announced, that one.
Yeah, so like if Fire Emblem says it comes out and it's $70 and then it's 60 digital, I'm gonna lean towards like this is Nintendo just selling digital for cheaper.
Yeah.
Now, if it's digital 60 and it's 80 physical, it's like Fire Emblem isn't big enough to justify the $80 price tag. And there's clearly, or if Xenoblade gets another game. Xenoblade, like, Xenoblade could be $70 physical, 60 digital. I could see that happening. Only reason, like I said, with like Mario and Zelda is like they're the big ones, and Nintendo can push. It's like, hey, you're gonna buy this at this price no matter what. So here,
Yeah,
because it's Mario, because it's Zelda. But maybe Nintendo learned from all the backlash the Mario Kart World got. That, hey, maybe we're not ready for the $80 price tag yet. Maybe it's going to take Sony or well, I'm not even going to say Microsoft. Like Sony starting to push the $80 price tag on their first party titles to see what kind of backlash. Like maybe okay, 80 is not going to happen. And I think the biggest issue is we went $60 for what? 3 console generations.
Long time.
So basically 3 up until like the tail end of the last gen. It's $60 and it's still $60 for last gen games. Now we're at 70 as like, and you were trying to instantly flip to 80, and I think that's what like why it was so bad. Like we were at 70 for a minuscule amount of time in comparison. So we'll see. I think, but like if Fire Emblem releases physically at $70 and it's $60 digitally, then I think it's Nintendo's way of just we're trying to push you into a digital market. Buy it on the digital because we're going to make more money off of digital. We don't have to share profits with the store. We don't have to manufacture the cards. We don't have to ship. That's where I think this is like what it's kind of leaning to, and I think just like Yoshi, yes, I would think Yoshi should be a budget title. But if you look at it, Donkey Kong's been a budget title. like his before the Switch releases, he released at $50 on the Wii U for Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
Bonanza came out at 70. Afterworld came out at 80. So
I just thought my initial impression. I thought, um, he, I really thought that Yoshi got announced that it was $50. I could have.
yeah, never look.
I really
They
thought
never
it was.
announced the price when it first showed up. They just like when the eShop finally the release trailer happened for its launch date, like it went on the eShop and it was $60. So
Unfortunate, but like I don't know. It's annoying that
unfortunately, like $70 is now the normal.
it is now.
Yeah.
And like the fact that Yoshi is a $70 game
Kinda hurts.
physically,
A little
if
crazy.
this is how it's like okay, this is just the normal of what it is. Now, this Yoshi game looks interesting, but if it's anything like any of the other Yoshi games, it's going to be a 6 to 8 hour experience tops.
Challenging at all.
This one looks a little more complicated than the last two because of like all the possible puzzle mechanics they can throw in. Like, are the
Yeah.
puzzles going to be hard? Probably not.
Probably not at all.
But is it going to be harder for like you put on Crafted World or Woolly World? Like a kindergartner could probably beat those
Yeah.
if they knew how to function on games. Early grade school kids could beat those. That's how like Kirby was. The original Kirby was made so easy that a kindergarten, like young child could beat it. If it's just going to give you like, I got to think a little bit of how to solve this puzzle, then that's amping it a little bit because like you go back to the original Yoshi's Island, that game wasn't super easy.
True.
But that was a whole
God, I
different
love
era
that
of
game.
video games too. A whole different era. Like they didn't hold our hands, so Xbox is literally going to have AI play their games for the players. So
Fun fact: Yoshi's Island is one of the first games I ever played. I remember,
bad.
dude, the sound of Baby Mario
I hate it.
crying in my ears.
I hate
This
that
is
sound.
repeatedly, non-stop, and
Ugh. Kind of so like, ugh,
Mhm.
nauseating.
That was the easy, but like it was like if you wanted to give someone anxiety, like modern day like us, like play that sound, like that'll put you like I got anxiety now because Baby Mario's crying and I don't know where he is to stop him.
oh
he's
yeah,
floating.
no, that game made me had a fear of timers as a kid.
It's like I got 30 seconds to save this baby or I failed. I think it was like 20 and you can get it up to 40, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy.
It was so bad.
But that was such a good game. And one thing I can say about Yoshi, even being that is like him being an
It would
easier
be
game.
weird if you didn't suck at it.
So,
Bro.
but one thing with like Yoshi, like his art style for all his games, it's always unique. No Yoshi game has looked the same.
Sir. Can't say
Nintendo, you're mean.
Woolly World and Crafted. Now, there's the two Wool games. Yes, and
Yeah, that's
those
true. That's true.
same.
It's a port though. The one was a port.
I
It
know.
literally was the same game
I know.
with Poochie.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
Yay!
But it was a good little rant set about the.
Yeah.
Back to
I want
form.
to rant about gas prices.
That's the Patreon.
Right.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Fun game news, not just annoying, crappy stuff.
Bye.
We'll see. See ya.
Stay geeky.